with a bow you can make good use, especially here. Bow is the best weapon are not equipped with good armor and weapons. Fire arrows is what we use mostly. It's a great skill.
Sounds really strange to me.
It is strange, and it is also a bit of an annoyance, especially when you have a strong enemy at hand. It was once a case such it is the way here in these lands. You always have to be cautious. And even these grey dwarves have
Oh. Ahoy!
Hello there! I'm finally returned.
Oh yeah. Been on a busy trip.
You could say that. I have a lot to tell you about.
Alright. Rough weather for sailing though.
Yes, quite. Volos is right behind me.
Astrid, you get out of the storm, come inside.
I'm waiting for Volos.
Well, you can send him inside as well. Sir, oh damn it.
Please.
You're right.
I'm alright. Is that you?
Hey.
Right, no. You were from the singer of the tavern during the party.
That is true, but let us get out of the storm. Come inside the hall. Careful with the spikes.
Such defenses.
Yeah, it's against the trolls. They sometimes come from the seaside.
My name is Tolev. I just stranded here in this area. Ragnar just let me in here.
Oh,
I
nice to meet
found
you.
him when I was cutting trees.
My name is Astrid. Nice to meet you.
And
Nice to meet you.
I'm Joa.
Ragnar, I bring very well. I bring news.
This doesn't sound like the best news.
No, definitely not.
Friends, please sit down, warm yourself. Volos, can I offer you anything?
Do not worry. I will not be here for long. I just came and escorted after.
Thank you for your escort.
Aye, of course. By the grace of Jarl Linnea.
Wait, did you say Jarl Linnea?
That's part of why I've come to speak to you.
I see. Well, sit down, Astrid. Tell me what happened.
I came to Ironwood yesterday looking for Linnea because I heard that she had returned. But instead, I was witness to the attempted execution of Rhea
An execution?
at the hands of Ornstein.
What?
And Ed, Loth Wormtongue was trying to make him do it.
Why doesn't
Coercing.
it surprise me that a raven has his hands in that?
Especially not that raven, I should tell you. Well,
Start from the beginning. What exactly has happened?
like I said, I thought at first it was Loth who had stuck his knife into Rhea, but when I realized it was Orn, I was very shocked. It didn't seem like him at all. And when I woke up this morning, they told me that... Sorry, there's an echo in this room and it's terribly annoying. Does anybody know why? You should put some curtains in here, Ragnar.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I spoke to Ornstein this morning, and well, he seemed very regretful. But Linnea came by and asked to speak to him in person, and it turns out she gave him a bit of an ultimatum, which culminated in her becoming Jarl.
So, Ornstein has just struck a knife in Rhea? Just like that?
Well, he had reason to believe that she was helping the Outlander hide Linnea from the search party. However, Loth is apparently also heading to his possible execution today. I'm not sure if it's related, but I would assume so.
So, she still is supposed to be executed?
Well, no. I think, interestingly, the fact that he did it without a trial has made people more mad at him than Rhea herself.
Well, yes, such matters should be trialed before such a deed is being done. So he's now exiled it is
from Ironwood.
strange. He's so that is so unlike him.
That's what I thought too. But what is done is done. And Linnea has asked us all to come. She needs to talk to us, especially you, Ragnar.
Did they vote her to be the new Jarl then? Or did she take command?
Well, she doesn't want to be Jarl, but it seems that people are happy with it.
Yes.
Indeed.
So they have voted, I guess then.
She didn't say per se, but
If I would have been in Ironwood, I would have probably more likely have chosen for Ivar or maybe Eric, but
how so?
I don't know. Linnea is a kind woman, and she's also a strong one. But I cannot quite depict her in that position yet. But I suppose it is soon to be changed. At least I trust that she will listen to her people and be a bit more reasonable. I have to say I'm a bit shocked. I would not have expected Ornstein to do such a thing.
Aye.
What is happening with him now? Is he still staying in Ironwood, or?
No, he has been exiled.
Oh boy.
Well, that went shit for him quite fast.
Yep. For sure.
So he's not allowed to step anywhere near Ironwood then?
I think he has until the end of the day to collect his things.
Maybe we should speak to him, what he has to say about all this. After all, he's still a friend, although I do agree that even if it might be true about Rhea that she shouldn't be just punished without a trial.
Mm.
And also I would like to hear his story about this.
Aye.
Right.
But to be fair, this whole debacle is kinda weird from the start.
You could say that again.
Just of sudden there was a manhunt. Just because the wimp of him, this outlander, having a grudge against other people.
Yeah. How do you all feel about it? Have your views changed of the Outlander since the abduction of Linnea?
Were you both there when he abducted her?
Well,
yes, we were, right?
Kind of. Yeah, we were kind of there. It was yesterday when the feast was held in that bathhouse, as they call it. There have been many people from Jomsborg, Westhaven, Ironwood, and other places. It was all good games, singing, drinking, and then suddenly Herc ran into the bathhouse and shouted that Linnea has been taken captive by the Outlander. And she was just a few moments before, she was just with us. So, and then everybody grabbed his weapons and tried to seek out the Outlander. We scattered around south, east, west. But it was to no avail. We couldn't find them. We thought that we have shortly found a trek, but it didn't lead anywhere, and... Well... after some time I went back north to Ironwood, and I saw them all sailing out on a longship in a northern direction.
All
I
right.
got back to Holmgard, after a while Astrid as well, and we have been visited by a friend of her, Boyer, who has been with the searching party, and they have found nothing in the north. So the Outlander is still on the run, and I suppose pretty much everyone in the realm wants him dead by now.
Well, as
Well,
far as I know, I have yet to hear how the southern people feel about it.
to be honest, he is now a desperate man when he got when there is a manhunt on him for him. It wasn't the smartest move he could do, but I wouldn't blame a desperate man as well.
The question still stands why he abducted Linnea. We
It's
should
really strange.
inquire about that when we return.
Yeah, we should probably talk to her. Maybe she can tell us the motives.
Yeah, it could be just a madman's desperate attempt, or there's some bigger story in this.
I cannot quite puzzle it. A madman, I think, would have hurt her, but she didn't seem harmed physically, right?
Yeah, and then what Astrid now have told us.
I don't know if he just has a death wish that he wants everybody with the edge of his sword against his throat, but at this point, how events have turned, I don't think that we can't stay neutral for much longer.
Yeah, we will have to see what Linnea wants to speak with us about.
Yes,
Or what she has to say, rather.
precisely.
She could demand us taking a stand, or she want us to, let's say, since she is the new Jarl, she might just want to check on things or on such. Or perhaps she seeks allies in personal gain or protection, personal protection. It seems
Yes,
like these events have turned shit up, so everyone kind of feels unsafe, I guess.
Yes, it'll be very interesting to hear.
Then we should probably soon make a voyage to Ironwood to settle these things. But before that, I've found this man next to you, Astrid, in the woods when I was cutting trees. Torleif, and he seems to be shipwrecked, as we have been, new in these lands, just like us once before.
Ah. And he have come to join our settlement.
That's very good to hear. What
He's a
profession are you,
farmer.
Torleif? Ah, farmer. Very good. I'm a cook.
But the man can speak for himself. Tell us about your Torleif.
Is there something in your throat, Tolly?
Or no,
Maybe too nervous to speak.
maybe.
Test. Can
And-
you hear
Yes.
me?
Here we
Yeah.
are.
no.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I have some problems with the add-on.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm a farmer myself, and I'm also familiar with the usage of bows. So I can make myself useful in the hunt as well.
that's good.
These,
I'm I'm the local Fletcher, so if you need arrows, bows, you can come to me.
I will gladly do so. These lands are kinda new to me. I just learned about those creatures called great dwarfs and trolls. Those creatures aren't familiar in my place.
Yeah,
I think I came a bit that far.
those seems to be local in this realm.
Quite a pest as well.
Yep.
You seem to be wearing the skin of those creatures, aren't you? This blue color.
Well, since I'm the Fletcher, I have the ability to, or it's my job to craft with leather they drop and such.
Understand. Well, if you get me a bow and some arrows, I will gladly kill some of those creatures. They seem like good prey.
Indeed.
Aye, they're always wandering around these lands.
And if they are too tough for you, there's a swamp in the north that you can lure them. The swamp got working undeads, and
Aye.
The,
the
the
undead,
Drogra.
yeah, and they and the trolls doesn't like each other.
That comes handy. If
Indeed,
they kill each other, we don't have to do it.
indeed.
Are the trolls very fast?
The large ones can be.
So outrunning them will be a problem then.
It's you can still do it, but I would advise not getting too close.
Yeah, I don't have a death wish yet.
Especially sometimes they seem to take huge leaps. I think the gods have been meddling with it, perhaps Loki. And sometimes he gives them a push.
Indeed.
Are there other creatures I have to be aware of in this area? Besides the Great Ross and, what was it? The Drogra and the trolls?
Ah yes, there are some skeletons that tend to be on the other side of the island around the crypt there.
More undeads, but
And don't forget about sea serpents, although we hunt them for food.
yeah, Jagna already told me about them.
Ah,
I don't plan to go to sea very soon, at least not alone. Is this
Well-
island big?
it's big enough for our settlement at least. But it's this island is quite small if you compare to other areas in this realm.
It's big enough for all of us.
Indeed.
Although we still have to trade quite a bit.
Yeah, but that is fine. We don't want to completely isolate ourselves from others. Just enough that we have our peace on this island.
No, of course. There's been quite the abundance of peace in Holmgard, thankfully.
Yep, and I hope it stays like that.
May that live long.
Indeed.
May I ask how long do you know each other?
Oh, well, some months.
So you have found each other at this strange realm and that from before.
Yeah,
Me and Sigurd are the first settlers of the old Holmgard. In the early stage of our settlement, it used to be on the continent on river islands, but due to a curse, we had to move the settlement, and we have chosen this island to be our new home.
and it seems like me and Ragnar arrived to this realm roughly at the same time.
I understand. Well, I would gladly make myself useful here. If it is by hunting or by farming.
Yeah, there is
Farmer we can definitely use, especially Astrid will be happy to have some crops.
Yes.
indeed. And then now and again we go and fetch iron scraps. So an extra hand in that is always welcome.
We're not only farmers and craftsmen, we're also warriors. Maybe not the best in the land, but we are still eager for adventures.
Indeed.
Some adventure doesn't sound so bad. At least to get some... At least to get some other things to mind. I'm still a bit shocked about the recent events and the storm that brought me here. You don't happen to have seen other people that are stranded here in this area, don't you?
Not around here, no.
No, not around this island.
But you can come with us to Ironwood, if you like. There are lots of other people there.
I would gladly join you, yes. Well,
it comes to my mind, Ewer.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you if you could make some clothes for our villagers. Some colorful tunics, so that everyone here has some proper clothing besides the armor. It's not always appropriate to go to certain places dressed in armor and weapons.
I'm kinda ahead of you there. I have made some clothes, different colors, to figure out what color I wanted to wear.
Well, the rest that is not used in the village, we can surely trade.
Yeah.
You can imagine that a lonely farmer like Vidar Ketilsson could use a fancy tunic if he has to go somewhere.
Indeed. But at the moment it's in my basement. But we can see what clothes he wants. And if those doesn't suit him, I can craft new ones. So it shouldn't be a problem, I think.
this trollhide armor looks kind of fancy, I guess.
It is... well, these tunics and the robes are better quality though.
Better quality and more colorful. You would be surprised how many people you will see wearing blue.
It's a popular color.
Indeed.
It's better to choose something else if you want to stand out.
Aye.
Does this blue car come with an handicap? I mean, you kinda the surroundings don't look very blue to me. So, will you be seen by the enemies far often? If you wear this kind of clothes?
I think so, rather than troll hide that you speak of.
I can make you a troll cape, at least. If you still want troll gear.
I
But
would like to kill one of those trolls myself before taking some clothing from them. It doesn't suit me to wear foreign feathers, which I don't have worked for.
Well, your trade would suit fine for our settlements. So you probably will do us some work for regardless. So I wouldn't worry about that. And also we got some trollhide supplies already.
If it is no problem for you, then I would gladly take one.
That's good to hear. Well, is there any more business here before?
I guess we should give Volos a tour, shouldn't we?
Yeah. But I mean,
Actually.
if there are any more issues or topics before we venture out.
Not that I would think of.
Neither. Unless I'm being forgetful.
Well then, shall we?
Aye. Let's set your onward.
Let's go. You think the sun should come out soon enough?
It's been a long night. I believe it will come out very soon.
Well, you've seen the harbor.
My apologies for crashing the car on the shoreline. The battle against the serpents. It's been my first.
Oh, don't worry about it. If you like, you can dismantle the carvey and put the materials in a longship.
I think it would be better off. I'd say it back. It's my preference.
Very well.
Do not worry about the speed of the longship. I will catch up.
Torleif,
Then we'll seal you in afterwards, Wallace.
will you come with me?
Yes, I follow you.
I'm only waiting for the sun to rise. By the way, that's a very lovely time.
Ah, thank you.
So this is my house.
Seems nice.
Yeah. So let's see. Since you are a member of now, I have a ward you shall carve your name into here in this basement. It will grant you access to my stuff.
Am I a member right now? I guess Ragnar wanted to speak with you about it before letting me join.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I'm kind of a stranger here.
Then I have misunderstood. Let's see. What do you want? A tunic?
From this troll hide, yes, and a cape if it is possible.
So you insist on troll gear.
I wouldn't say and insist. I should let you choose the clothing if you are. I think you are more proficient in this matter.
Yeah, the tunic are better. The tunic and the robes are better than the troll armor.
Then I will gladly take your advice.
At the moment I got a robe in blue, a tunic in red, a tunic in brown, and another tunic in blue.
I would take one in brown if it is possible. I don't like it to be seen in the woods, at least for the prey, or from enemies if some are approaching.
And brown it is. There you go.
Thank you.
But a hood. Do you want a hood as well?
Yeah, I would gladly take one.
Do you want it to be like me, in the color of a troll cape, since I'm wearing a troll cape? Or do you want the same color of your tunic?
If it is possible, I would gladly take the color of the tunic, but I'm no. I will take what you give me.
Well, then I have to craft one for you. It shouldn't be a problem. I got some stuff here in the basement already for crafting. So let's see.
You're right, Astrid.
I'm fine. But it is sleepy.
What kind of materials are in need in this area? If there's something I can search for.
We're always in need of resins, since we
Behind here is my bedroom, actually.
need them for fire arrows.
And there she goes with the
Oh, so killing Great Rough it is.
And the graylings if one is in meadow.
Interior. I want to show it off.
They also give it. Oh, okay.
Get your mind out of things.
Graylings, the smaller ones.
Get in here, Volos.
Do the bigger one also give some?
What do you say?
laughing.
Yeah,
You
but
better. Well, anyway.
Well, I think they
the-
will put up more of a fight.
yeah, but not all of them are dropping. Damn. Just one moment.
Still keeping you up too, if necessary.
Ho, 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 ho.
I took too little
Do you
stuff.
wanna go?
Now I can craft.
Let's not start a fight in front of the guest. That's not. That's not good.
Do you happen to have a bow by you that you can give me?
Not a spare one. I will see if I can
Good, Volos.
craft another one for you.
Yeah,
There you
the
go.
bow has time. Thank you.
And yeah, we also need fine wood, although one have to have at least a bronze axe to gather fine wood. Let's see.
The oaks and the white trees will grant such, don't they?
Indeed. Let's see if what the bow need. 10, 10, 2. Alright. I shall go to the storehouse to fetch some items for a bow. See if we have Just gonna
There we are.
empty my inventory. There we go. I'll be right back.
Yes, of course. Feel free.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Hello there.
Oh, I just felt like you were looking at me strangely.
Wow.
A
Right
question. Do any of you
Yeah?
have any fine wood laying around?
A little bit, yeah.
I just need 4.
Okay. Here you go. Oh,
Thank you.
no problem.
We ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. You can sleep a little. Let the waves
Sorry for the wait.
No problem.
deep sleep slumber.
And there is a bow.
That's a nice bow.
Indeed.
Do you happen to have any arrows here?
Yep. Oh, damn. There we go. Unfortunately, we are short on fire arrows at the moment,
That reminds me, have you taken the mushrooms out of the cart?
but
I think so, yeah.
I have plenty of normal wood.
My inventory is a bit full.
Okay.
Can I just drop something here?
Give me a gift or something.
Yeah, sure. Then... Oh, damn. It's a little bit cramped.
Okay.
There you go.
200 arrows, that should be lasting for a while. Thank you.
Yeah, but they are crappy arrows, so that's why they're numbers.
Guess what?
What?
Catch.
I think they will do for now.
Yeah,
Better arrows can rate a bit.
and I got
Yep.
more if you need.
Too much.
I frequently try to fill my arrow chests with more arrows when I have the time and when we got supplies for it.
Yeah. And I will gladly farm some resin for the fire arrows. That will come in handy too, I guess.
They're always in handy. That's why I have a shortest.
So where are the others? Yes.
I'm in here.
And you see the fence we got all around the village.
Yeah.
That is just some temporary protection against trolls and grey dwarfs. So
The
if
trolls can be led astray from those fences.
it
They
just
really don't.
had something to keep them at a short bay, so they don't just wander in and destroy our stuff. So if you do settle down, don't be worried about the fence.
Yeah, well,
There you are, Ragnar.
The only thing that I would advise you is not to settle on the other side of the river, because then you will surely get a visit by the Draugr.
Yeah, indeed. So keep at this side of the river.
stay on the side of the river. Okay,
Not
I got it.
Not stay, but your home should be on this side of the river at least, if you decide to stay here.
That would
Okay.
be safer. That we can take care of when we have returned from the voyage. I'm just going to grab my hood. Hi, Torre.
Yeah.
Got something. Remember that I have this. We'll be able to make good use of that.
I will translate it for a moment. That's a nice weapon. Thank you.
You will
No.
need it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
No. I just, as I was passing.
sorry.
When are we setting out?
I would say we set out now, if everyone is ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Is there a place where I can contain my stuff? I have a stack of rocks, of stones, for example.
You can put it in the storage. Hang on, I will let you carve your name in the wards.
Are you all getting ready?
Yep,
The ward is there over the door
Very
frame.
good.
we
Just
soon
jump through it and
departure.
carve your name in it.
Ironwood will most certainly welcome you all.
Yeah, we have had no past problems with them, so
Of course. However, many things come from cards, and many good things.
indeed.
Those chests here are for all kind of stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, just look up the signs.
Well, I don't see any steins there. At least on those 8 one.
Well, just place it where you think they should go.
Okay.
Otherwise, you got some chest in the middle.
Yep. Okay, I am ready.
Will you steer, Ewer?
Alright. I take the rudder.
Aye.
Just take a seat by the mast or there we go. We should clear the river soon. At some point.
No, I just want you to obtain the skill to sail around these rocks.
Aha. Chieftain got humor.
Turleif, there seems to be an echo around where you go. You maybe should look to do something about it.
Yeah, sorry.
Ah, now it's gone.
Test.
Well, someone else have to take the rudder. I got some issues.
Oh, very well.
The gods playing with me.
Test. Can you
Yeah,
hear
we
me?
can hear you, man.
Yep.
Okay.
See you in Ironwood, fellas.
I'll follow right behind you.
Aye, if you can catch up.
You will certainly be behind with a car.
Oh, what's the serpent doing up so far here?
It was indeed a good idea to change with you.
Let's set sails.
That was a big sigh.
I guess.
You alright?
I'm fine. I just I'm surprised. You haven't noticed that about me earlier even. I sigh a lot.
Yeah, that's just hence why we asked you if everything is okay with you.
I'm okay. Just a little tired maybe. Maybe I am still shaken by yesterday's event.
That I can imagine. Oh, great, now it's 2 serpents. Ah, hold den Käften!
Ja, för helvete.
Ja, för helvete.
Ja, för helvete.
Oh, we just come for hunting season, it seems.
Astrid, you're back.
Yes, and I've brought
And you've brought the
Home Guard
cavalry.
with me. Yes.
Hello.
Right, here comes the parking.
And there's another serpent. How are you doing this?
We had 2 on our tail.
Ouch.
Careful.
What was that?
Our friend here.
What?
Careful with the boat, Olaf.
Yeah. I haven't eaten.
Go on and get that eat while I figure out what to do about. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
It is good to see you. Oh, Astrid, we need to get you something to eat. You look a little faint.
Yeah, I have plenty of food with me. Thank you.
Good.
Ha! Perfect parking.
Oh, okay.
And here comes Volos. Let me let him in.
Oh, he was quick with the carve. Serpent. Why does he always have a serpent on his tail?
Don't forget we had one.
Oh.
I was just about to throw the harpoon.
My apologies.
Lord, there's a lot of you.
Hello there. Yeah, I brought as many as I could.
That must have been an interesting journey.
We have fun.
We may need to have a serpent hunt very soon.
I
Too
agree,
many.
there's a large population nearby.
Seems the population has been
Right,
quite out
it's
of
mating
control.
season for the serpents, so they're very busy.
If you say so.
Breeding.
Haha. Ragnar.
No. Mating.
Yes, that
Wow.
is what mating means.
Yes.
Yes. Indeed.
Mating your serpent.
Or mating with the serpents, at least for the men.
Oh,
Oh my.
boy.
Wow, this took a turn.
Whose longship?
How about
Here we go
get
again.
off of the topic? Forums over there.
Yeah, we're not
Sure.
on Baldur's Balle anymore, so...
Oh, is that who is over there?
Yeah,
Um,
I think this behavior
Well-
should stay on Baldur's Ballet.
Yeah.
It seems we have more guests.
Is that so?
Perhaps he wanted to see the situation.
Yes,
Valheim.
my companion saw another ship through the fog and...
Yeah, he stops.
Uh,
to talk to so many people.
Yeah, he stops by from time to time.
That's good.
who was across the way?
This forum,
Oh.
first yard.
Well, welcome guests. Perhaps we could seat you in the tavern for a little while. We could have a chat.
Okay.
Is that all right?
I imagine that's what it
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo.
good.
And I heard you had to talk with us, and especially me, so...
Well, Ragnar, you are the leader of Homeguard, are you not?
That is so.
I'm happy to speak to you in front of your people or without, if you'd wish to speak to them later.
If it concerns all of them, they shall hear what is being said, I think.
Well, please, come in. Vasily, would you get our friends mead?
Yeah, there's some meat on the bar here. You guys can welcome to take
Please.
some.
Come have a drink.
If you don't mind, we'll be outside.
All right. Bolos, why don't you come sit down too?
This
It's
chair
okay.
is a little off.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
why?
patch it up.
Maybe it has
I
been a
punched
bit demolished in the last tavern brawl.
Perhaps.
Have there been a tavern brawl?
It happens.
It's a
Oh,
tavern.
it's a
I would
ward,
only assume.
Bolos. I'll sit over here, I suppose. So, by now, have you read the notice that I put up this morning?
I have not seen the notice, but I have heard from Astrid that you are now the Jarl, and she has briefly told me of the events that have happened.
Well then please, I am at your service. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, yeah, the most urgent question that I have is what happened with you on the kidnapping. I know it is probably not something that you would like to speak of, but I would like to hear what exactly the case has been, as we have been searching for you.
Thank you for looking for me. I do appreciate it. I've run through the minutes of that day. Must have been about 20 times now. I'll try to do my best to relay it to you as to them.
I don't trust this weather.
I went to the party at Telkar's. You saw me there.
Yeah, we have been there.
We had a nice time. Ragnar, you and I sat at that little table and chatted for a little bit.
Yo.
I dealt with a disturbance from Loth, who was trying to peek on Lady Stiora as she wanted to relieve herself.
Lord
Wow.
Ormtunga.
I was disgusted. Bolos and Fjorn helped me. He tried to play it off as a joke, but I needed a few moments to calm my nerves because I was so outraged.
I heard he's
Such
to be
behavior.
executed.
Yes, that's his... He came by earlier and spoke to me, and that is what he told me as well. I told him he is... Doesn't really matter what I told him, I'm not against it myself. I think his actions have been beyond the pale. And
we have,
Ironwood is not going to be having any relationship at all with Homesick until they deal with the issue.
That's good to hear. Now we have picked a nickname Ormtunga for him.
What does it mean?
Worm
Worm
tongue.
tongue.
Worm tongue. For him, I think I've said it before, he is a rabid dog.
It's not
Well,
the first time.
I never made a secret around it that I don't trust the people in Jomsborg. They are odd. They don't really make you comfortable around them.
Yes, I agree. They were unfortunately our it was sort of an enemy of my enemy is my friend situation, if that makes sense. Anyway, I was very steamed at Locke's behavior. So, with escort, or things had been getting dangerous for some time, the Outlander had stolen my 11 Ds and made it very clear that he took interest in me and issue with me above all others, it seemed, in town.
Ah, jeez.
He had approached me in the past and screamed at me, basically. Had me hear him. This had been going on for some time. So, when I went for a walk with Fionn, and we got a little off path trying to pick mushrooms for the boars that were there. I was at first very alarmed, but not entirely afraid when I saw Scarin following us. I called out his name, and he stood and approached and drew his weapon. And he told Fionn that if Fionn didn't leave, he would kill him. I told Fionn to go. I didn't want him to be hurt. I told him to go. And the Outlander told me that if I did not go with him, he would run me through with his iron gear. He had the weapon drawn, so I really had little choice. Forgive me. He...
Who's this?
He, had a long ship waiting.
Just,
And
too careful these days.
he instructed me to board. And, I did. Didn't really see any other choice.
Would you like me to?
Laurel.
I tried to maintain a very aloof way of speaking to him. Very receptive, but truth be told, I was very frightened. And though he did not physically harm me, he interrogated me at length for several hours. By the time that I began to recognize where we were, he'd worn me down to tears.
Yeah.
And, he would not believe me when I told him that the reasons that I do what I do are for peace. He would not believe me. He told me that I was lying, and that I was a fool for believing my own lies. But they were not lies. All I've ever wanted is peace, the safety of the people that are around me. That's why I acted as I did when I woke up this morning. Why I told Ornstein that he could either denounce himself as Jarl or exile me. Because his behavior, even though it was impossible to be level-headed yesterday, he should never have hurt Rhea. Even if she was what Locke said she was, he should never have raised a sword to her.
Such things should not be done without a trial.
Do you have any questions?
Are you okay? After all that?
No. But I have to be.
You truly are strong.
Thank you. I do my best.
What can we do to help you?
Truth be told, I've spoken with my people, and we fear for my safety here and abroad. We'll be sending me nowhere without an escort. Perhaps two. I would
that might be best.
I would appreciate it if you would join our search for the Outlander. But I understand that he means something to you.
At the circumstances, I very much doubt that we can stay neutral any longer. The deeds that he has done makes him very much an utslagin, an outlaw. The only thing that I would try to propose is, I know many people want him dead by the blade, but if we can, we should trial him for what he has done. If he lets himself put to trial, if he's being found and he chooses to fight till death, then the fighter's end it is. But I will speak with my people, and I will listen what they think, what we should do. But at this point, we just can't keep ourselves out of it anymore. That's what I think.
I've tried to arrange trials for people before. It's very difficult in this land. Of course, I would very much like to. Would you be putting him on trial for what he did to me, specifically, or for all of his crimes?
The theft of the bees, the kidnapping of yours, the threat to kill him on the spot to your kin. At least that is what we have proof of, or witnesses for.
I'll have to discuss with my people. To be honest, the reason that I didn't send out another manhunt this morning is because even last night, when I was in a state of shock, I could tell that it was hopeless trying to find him. But knowing who he is, and what he does, he will not be able to stay in the shadows forever. He comes back time and again, places where...
Well, personally, I think the previous manhunt is the reason he acted what he did. And at this point I don't see any harm anymore with more manhunts. It can go either way now.
This was all understandable when he was just trying to kill the man that has struck his son to death. But this is madness. He's putting everyone against him. For what?
Indeed.
He is also dragging the Frostbeard's brothers and others that are acquainted with him into this conflict.
Ragnar, in the efforts for full transparency, one of the pieces of information that he wanted from me was why I didn't tell him exactly who killed his son.
Did you know?
I had discovered that information a short while before, and the reason was that I didn't want it to go without a trial. I'd been gathering evidence, have evidence. Unfortunately, there was nothing I could do once they agreed to a home guard. A home gang. You guys are a home guard, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, it would a home gun would have been his right in this case, but all this without a trial is senseless.
That is what my goal was with Thorum when he was Jarl. And that is why I did not tell him.
Well,
he has received that information from one of our own villagers.
I may have another suggestion about this, not only regarding this, but generally. Often we have spoken of this Iron Vale, is that what you call it? The surroundings of Ironwood and allied lands.
Aye, it is not in the greatest of states at the moment, but that's something I plan to work on. Thorum, if you're going to whisper, please keep it civil.
Well, I may suggest that for such events like Ornstein striking a knife at Rhea and these other things, maybe we should try to set an old thing. In case you're not familiar with that, an old thing is an assembly of all the people. One man is being elected as a law speaker, and when someone has done a crime such this, they can be invited to this old thing to stand for their deeds. And then council is held to judge and to seek what compensation or what consequences the man's action should have. Or also if, in a case, if we go to war or anything that is conflicting the people at large, that they all can decide for, and that they all can speak their votes.
I like that idea.
It is quite a common custom in the Norse lands. A Jarl would still, of course, hold his power, but such matters that that involve the people at large so much can also then be decided to be solved by even these people.
With Ornstam, I think what justice we can serve him has been served. He's no longer allowed in Ironwood on a regular basis, at least, and has been stripped of his title, maligned and humiliated by just about everyone he meets, including myself. But
from where does Rhea hail from, if I may ask? Do you know about that?
she is of Joel, from the south.
And who would be her Jarl, or?
I'm not sure that they have a leader of any particular grant. I think it's just a settlement.
I see. Because if such a case, for example, would emerge, the thing could, for example, decide that in such an event, Ornstein would need to pay a Wehrgeld. A Wehrgeld is a sort of compensation, meaning that for striking Rhea with a knife, that he, for example, would have to pay her Jarl 500 coins. At least these would be the customed traditions in the Norse lands.
When I speak to their leader, if they have one, I'd certainly recommend they bring it up. They bring it up and have one of these all things. I think that he has suffered justly regarding Ironwood, at least. And I have tended to Rhea myself and seen that she is in relatively good health and was able to leave my care last night.
That's good.
Yes. Poor thing.
I tend to say that, well, I didn't meet Rhea before that feast, but still, it is bad enough for everyone who was involved in this whole mess.
Yes. Even if she was, as Loth said, to spill blood on Ironwood soil is a disgusting breach of our laws of trust.
You said that law of Wormtongue is to be executed. Do you know by whom?
He told me when he came by, and you can verify this with Bjorn or my apprentice Volos, where they stayed with me, as we were not sure what Loth was intending. He told me that he had come to congratulate me on becoming Jarl, and that he would like to say goodbye, as I have acted in the past as his physician. and that they would be holding a trial for him, for which he would surely be found guilty and executed. They didn't say who the executioner would be.
It seems strange.
Yes.
If
Law
I,
always did have.
Not a problem.
If I had someone that is meant to be executed, I would surely not let him walk around to other villages.
No, I wouldn't myself, but that is merely what I was told by him. I do not intend to intervene with the affairs of Homesick until he is dealt with. Be
If
that
he
by,
truly... Sorry.
be that by execution or by exile, either would do a great deal of damage to Loth.
Who is this?
So I'm sort of in a situation where I just have to wait and see. What were you going to say, dear Astrid?
No, I was just surprised by the fact that he seemed to be willingly going back to his execution. Surprisingly
Yeah,
honorable
if
from a man such as him.
If I knew that I
Yeah.
would be executed, I would try to get as far away as possible.
I have to agree, but Astrid, you've seen firsthand how Lot can be two horns on the same goat. 1 minute calls me a whore, and the second says that I am the only one who is truthful.
Exactly, exactly.
I think that was more the worm in him that was speaking, and not speaking about the worm in his mouth, but further down.
Ah!
Ew.
That's one way to put it.
I surely don't
Wow.
hope so.
I really hope that Lot didn't think of me that way. I'm a doctor. It's not... When I take off a man's shirt to view his wounds, it is not anything sensuous. It is purely clinical. I hope he understood that. Oof.
Oh, you mean a spaukona?
A physician.
Yeah, spaukona.
I believe she is not a spokona.
What is a spokana?
It's a sort of a
So-
witch.
It's
Oh.
Vasiliera.
A little bit, but I don't use spells or witchcraft.
No, they often use herbs and such to heal.
I was very fortunate that I had my master was well versed in the medical arts. In
My
addition,
lady, Sean Liebman of West Haven.
Sean, welcome.
Hello.
It's good to see you.
You as well.
I hope you've rested well. I know I haven't.
Yes, I got some rest, and
Please.
I don't mean to interrupt.
No. Ragnar, have
Yo.
you met Sean and your men?
I'll be outside.
No, the
Thank you,
name...
Bolos.
The name sounds very unfamiliar to me, and not
You have
quite
peoples.
Norse as well. Do you hail from Christian land?
Not necessarily. Just all over the place.
I see.
We met briefly with Senka.
Oh, yeah, right. It was on the old settlement you were passing through with the boats. I remember now. Yes, my bad.
No
The
worries.
events in the recent days have been clouding my mind a little.
Yes, of course. That's more than understandable.
Say,
Well,
since I
Sean-
got to mention it, Do any of you know who is in charge of this church that the Christians have erected?
I've heard the name Father Robert.
That's what I've heard as well. I haven't met him, and to be true, I haven't taken much care to. One of the Christians has already made certain threats against me.
Is that so?
It's rather
Why does he call
uncomfortable.
himself father?
I believe it is in reference to him being
I think he's just here to get his stuff.
the father to his
Or at least doing it.
his audience.
Ah, a shepherd of sheep.
Interesting.
I think so. I'm not versed in those ways, but I do my best to gather what I can. Father Robert was not the person who has made it apparent that he'd like to see my end quickly and painfully.
This makes sense.
Is that so? Ah, not to worry. These people are often people with big words, but a cowardly tail between their legs. They would not mess around with Norsemen, especially not when they are the Viking are around.
Well, I will tell you very briefly of what this man told me, and you can figure out who he is, and you may be able to do with the information what you will. I was... I'm sorry. Did I interrupt someone?
No, I'm listening.
I was sitting here in this tavern, and this man and I, who had struck up not a friendship, but an uneasy partnership in the past, he told me that troll up there... Oh, it's gone now. There was a troll up there. He told me that troll looked like his former wife, and I asked what had happened to her, and he told me that he had discovered that she was a Jew, and told the rest of his town, and left for the day, and that they had come to his home with pitchforks and torches, and that he didn't feel any remorse, and that he'd never found her afterwards. I presume that she was beaten, but he tells me these sorts of stories.
These
On
people
the regular.
only please themselves.
Aye. But, please, it's not polite, and it's not the subject of the day. Sean,
No.
West Haven, you may sit, be comfortable, have some need. I was just talking with the people of Homeguard. Vasily, is there anything that I can do for you?
I'm not just listening.
All right, you may
Well,
be seated as well. You should be comfortable.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk with us from Homeguard?
Really, just that whether I can arrange a trial for him, whether I cannot, or he may not want such a thing. He certainly told me yesterday that he believed he had done nothing wrong. Would your people stand by us if we were to end his life?
Wait, Orns?
No, not Orange.
The Outlander.
The Outlanders.
Oh,
I'm
thank
sorry.
God.
Just to be clear. Wow, no, Orange. Gosh, Astrid. We already talked about them.
Yeah, that would have been a little drastic.
A little.
Yeah, a little. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't intend to lead you guys the wrong way. No, we're talking about
No,
the
no.
Outlander still. Orn has, again,
Okay.
in my eyes, he's faced swift and bitter hammer of justice.
Well, I would say we first hold council about how we act, so that everyone in Holmgard is involved and speak in his mind, as it's custom, and at our place. And then we shall let you know how we have decided.
I appreciate it. Truly, I appreciate any help that you can offer us, or things have always been rather difficult with the Outlander, but yesterday it became very clear that he has much chaos and indignity in mind.
Aye.
I'm sorry to trouble you.
It's not your fault. The Norns sometimes tend to weave curved strings in the web of fate.
Aye.
What do you mean?
It is told in our old sagas that the Norns, 3 old women, Skuld, Urder, and Verdandi, weave the fate of men like a tapestry, and that all our fates are intertwined with these. But sometimes they also like to give us hard decisions and situations at these that we have to deal with in life. Such it is. It is the Norns' work. It is fate. And how it will come out is to be seen.
Thank you for your counsel and for your time.
Yes, thank you for having us, Linnea, and for telling your story.
I wish it were a happier one.
I
And
wish you wouldn't have been. That all would have happened to you.
and don't be afraid to call for an alting.
The only problem with an alting is getting enough people for it. Some of my people are sleeping at 1 hour, others at another. It's like trying to herd cats.
Well, an alting is more like representative from different regions.
Yes, and it will unite the people in the alliance.
So not all its habitants have to.
So they send 1 or 2 people each. 2 from West
That
Haven, 2 from...
can be done.
And
Every free man can participate, but a jarl or a village can also technically send someone to speak for them or speak their decisions for what they have decided.
normally they send a couple of people with escorts. And they have, depending on situations, they have already gathered what they need to say and bring up for an alting. beforehand.
And two also very important features of an alting is also that the people attending there swear to the gods that they speak the truth. And there are also no weapons allowed to bear at alting, for it is a place of peace and counsel, not a battlefield. And someone who would break that peace would be outlawed.
And it was brought forward to prevent big blood feuds and prevent unnecessary wars between several jarldoms.
It's a very good idea.
Indeed.
My second fear, of course, is that he simply will not even give that the time of day. But there's no reason not to try.
Our suggestion is more of a general suggestion for other topics than this, that is larger than your settlement.
I hear you. And I shall heed you. Are there any more questions that I can answer for you? More details that I can clarify?
Not for me, no.
All right. Then I think I should perhaps begin to tell my tale anew with Sean.
Shall we make our way back to Holmgard, friends?
I guess so.
Yeah, we have some business to attend to.
Aye, building a new farmstead.
Ooh,
Once.
a farm stand?
A farmstead, yeah. We have a new dweller in the village, a farmer.
Oh, who?
It's Torleif, it's the man next to Jur who has accompanied us.
Oh, congratulations. Nice to have another farmer. Nice to have another person.
Aye, we certainly need a farmer now.
Congratulations on your new home. They're going to be wonderful to you.
Another thing I might mention, I'm now done with my apprenticeship and therefore a smith, if you're in need of one.
Thank you. We happen to have a smith ourselves now. We have Bjorn, who apprenticed with Remy Shadow. But I always think that colleagues in the field do better when they get to occasionally consult each other, and I would recommend that you speak to them.
I've spoken to Herc about this before. If you are in need, in dearly need of the crafts, then don't hesitate to just venture to Holmgard, and I will gladly help you out.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it, and I will tell my people.
Very well. Right then, let us sail back to home, friends.
Aye.
Hi. Thank you, Linnea, for your hospitality.
Thank you for coming.
Stay safe.
Hopefully next time it will be under better circumstances.
I'm
I
sure it
hope
will.
so.
And congratulations on your new home. They're going to treat you so well. Astrid, since she has come to you, she looks more radiant every day.
Oh, Linnea, as do you.
Thank you. Be safe on your journey. May Odin guide you.
And
May the
Freya
gods
protect
keep you safe.
Have you two been standing out here with your weapons drawn the
Yes.
whole time?
We have.
Yes.
Goodness, you think he'd come back and take me from my own tavern?
Well, now would be the time to attack it.
All right.
Still have to
Well, if you feel you must.
The people here are definitely at unease.
Indeed.
Sure. Poor Linnea.
Aye.
So you managed to take her out. Yeah, now you are. Seems to be a low tide.
Back we are on Baldur's Balle.
Ah!
What?
Sorry, I pricked myself.
You did what?
I pricked myself.
Ah, you're sewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the waves. They might shake you around a little. Be careful.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't find my thimble.
Let's hope it didn't drop into the sea.
Aye.
And the wind is gone.
Well, what do you think about the Outlander?
Well, it needs to be stopped. And I can hardly imagine that the Outlander will let himself be stopped with words.
I feel the same.
Well, it was on certain terms.
Oh, here we go.
It was
Yeah, there's another serpent. I think we have to fight.
No.
No
Just
worries.
put her into wind and the serpent will be tired out sooner or later. But when it comes to Outlander, I believe the manhunt did the thing worse. So and now it's too late to do the right thing, I'm afraid.
He could be hiding anywhere now.
Yeah.
And he is. We have to give him that. He is a smart man. He managed to kidnap Linnea while there was a feast with 20 people going on.
Aye.
That's not nothing, I suppose.
Oh, will you fuck off already? Ah, there we go.
There are really many of those in this area.
Oh, there are even more to the east and south.
And big they are.
They are not a trouble if you can lure them to the land, but so far out of the ocean. Well.
They have really thick scales up there. Can you pierce them with arrows?
You can pierce the arrows between the scales of the serpents, but the scales are very sturdy enough that we use them for shields, and they are doing the job quite well.
And the bigger they are, the harder the arrows will be to hurt them.
Yeah, I thought so. And right now I just have wooden arrows, so I think that would not make much of a damage on them.
Another reason to draw them to land is so we can hack them as well.
Aye. You can kill them on the sea and collect their meats, but the scales and the heads are so heavy that they sink down.
That would be really unfortunate. Yeah.
Now you better kill them in shallow water.
Do you happen to have more of these harpoons with which you can pull them on land?
No, unfortunately we have only one.
Oh.
It was already incredibly difficult to get by the one that we have.
How do you craft such weapons?
One needs to be a smith. He needs the shells of a sea creature that look like living islands.
Oh, I think I have heard of those Leviathan. They are called, aren't they?
Aye. But they roam seldomly in the oceans, though I have seen one in a river once.
That is a rare sight.
So if we find more of those, we can make more of those harpoons, can't we? Or at least you can make this, I guess.
Technically, yes.
And another objective we could look forward to. At least if we happen to go by those living behemoths. Oh, there's another serpent before us. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, that one we can lure to land.
Yeah. Does somebody have a harpoon by it?
Yeah, I have one. I always have my harpoon. Someone take the steer. Ah, missed. Ah, got him.
So we just have to kill it on land.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like a plan.
Astrid.
I'm awake.
Good.
Ah,
We have a bit company here.
Images. Shout! Got him to land with you.
There we go.
There we
And
go.
that he is. I got 9 of those shells. I put them in the ship, on the storage
Good.
unit. And 6 chunk of his flesh also.
Nice.
Wonder what it tastes like.
Oh, it tastes quite
I
good.
can cook you up some soup from it.
Astrid has mastered to cook some delicious dishes with that meat.
Ragnar, you flatter me.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to tasting it. It sounds really delicious.
It's tasty, if I may say so myself.
And soon we also have some vegetables to cook it with. At least if the farmstead is standing. Carrot seeds and turnips are already there, aren't they?
We have carrots and turnips, if nothing else. I assume you can make seeds from those.
Oh, we have
Yeah, I
some
guess so.
carrot seeds somewhere.
I think we should plan how much land we shall use for the... Ooh,
First, we shall build your homestead.
yeah.
There is already a patch to farm for you. So farmland is not a worry for you. And if you
Okay.
need more room, then we will make it.
Aye.
The Great Ross are already waiting for us.
Oh, they always do. Little bastards. Never can't get rid of them except in a swamp where there are worse creatures.
Yeah, not a really great deal.
No.
At least there's someone home waiting for us.
I'm so tired.
Perhaps it was a long day.
I think so.
Oh, the meat, yes. It is in the storage. I come and get it. I let the scales in the storage unit.
There you go.
Aye. Let's see if anyone is home. Ja, for helvete!
Yep.
Hello, Jormund.
Oi.
What is happening?
Well,
Oh, a deer.
plenty of events.
This deer is not anyone's pet, isn't it?
No.
No.
Then it is food. Got it.
This is a new villager, a farmer as well. Twirleaf.
Hello.
Lovely. Hello.
Greetings. How are you?
Good. Tired.
Yeah, it's a bit late. Well, I just landed here a few hours ago, and Ragnar was the first person I met here.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thanks. Where shall I put the serpent meat?
Go with it to Astrid.
Do you know where she is?
Should be at her house.
The house next to me.
I'm not very familiar with this
Yeah,
village yet.
no worries.
I will be right back.
Here she lives.
Knock knock. Astrid, are you there?
She might have fallen asleep.
Maybe, yes.
Well, you can put the food in the storage.
Yeah, okay. The storage was here? Oh, no.
No. Here.
But nice pics there.
Indeed.
They're looking very healthy.
Yep.
Okay. Flesh is stored. I think I'm gonna try to use my spear a bit. I haven't come to use it. Besides the serpent right now.
Alright.
I'm gonna give those dwarfs welcome.
You do that.
Those little pests.
Indeed. and see.
Indeed. And down here, which leads back out.
Ah,
Very farmy.
indeed.
Nice. Where's your harpoon, by the way?
Right here.
Nice.
I always have it with me.
May I borrow it?
Catch. Oh.
Oof.
Damn it.
Hey.
Yeah, here you go.
Do you
Thank
guys know
you.
there are burial chambers nearby?
Oh yeah, we know about them. Just don't destroy the spawner.
The spawner? Where is it?
There's like a pile inside, and skeletons raised from there every now and then. It's a good source to get your hands on a lot of bones.
Ah, okay. I took something, a red orb from there. Is this a problem? This is not a spawner, isn't it?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay. I also managed to kill one of the trolls. They really have ugly faces.
Damn it. Oops. I should repair. Do you know where the forge is?
In the smithy?
No.
What? Okay, maybe Jormund has taken it to build something. Jormund? Jormund, have you taken the forge?
Yes, I said it's in my house. I borrowed it because I needed it.
All
Should
right.
be underneath the stairs on the outside.
Outside. Ah, okay. Yeah, there it is. Oh, damn. Alright, I have to wait. Hehe. It is trapped.
Indeed. Screw you, dear. Off to finna mail.
Hank!
Well then, I'm being off.
All right, and you will sleep well.
Yeah. See ya.
Yep.